We're eager to talk with you about anything that is important to you. Nothing is off limits. You've already got the sense of what we're going to be talking about. We are going to inspire you into your vortex. We just want to show you the power, just for a little while, of getting in there. The immediate relief. A woman said, Abraham, I hear you, but my body hurts me. I have arthritis. How can I feel positive emotion when I'm in physical pain? And we say, yeah, you can accept the physical pain as your current reality. And you can reach for a feeling of hope. Or you can reach for a feeling of fear. The vibrational difference between hope and fear is the difference between recovery or not, you see. So we get it that arthritis and bad breakfasts are hard to take. We get it that there's stuff happening that you don't want to have happen. But we want you to stop mining it, because the vibrational frequency of the problem and the vibrational frequency of the solution are very different frequencies. You can't get there from there. But here is something that if you can take this away with you, you're going to have great fun with it over the next days and weeks. The whole time that a problem is coming into focus, an equivalent solution is coming into focus too. And you have access to either eventually. The solution has come into focus, and the larger part of you is focused only on the solution. And the way you feel is your indicator of how well you're doing in your focus. So if you will decide that you want to feel good, and you will decide that you're going to look for the things that feel the best, if you'll decide that you're going to feel your way into the vortex, feel your way in, feel your way in, feel your way in, feel your way in. We've been having fun with our friends. Here are some manifestation cards. These are money and the law of attraction. They are magnificent. Brilliant, brilliant. We wrote them. Infinite intelligence approach to your financial prosperity. It doesn't get any better than this. The artist who painted them also in the vortex. Tuned in, tapped in, turned on. No more powerful information ever than on these cards. So here you are. Went to the mailbox, don't have enough money, great big bills, don't know how it's going to come, getting laid off, things not going well, not enough money. So you buy these magic cards. And from outside the vortex, you read, I am always receiving the essence of what I am giving. That sucks. My career is one of creating a joyful life experience. I tell that to my debtors. Oh, this is sweet. We are each responsible for the thoughts we think. Who writes this stuff? I can follow the trail of good feeling thoughts. In my appreciation, I allow myself to receive wonderful things. Are these money back guaranteed? Oh, this one. I can create both money and the time to enjoy it. Right. So these magic cards don't go so well, do they? Now reality holds you back from what's in your vortex. It's old news. What's in your bank account right now is not up to speed with what's in your vortex. And if you're counting your money all day, every day, you're holding yourself back from what's there. Your current physical status, your physical weight, your physical stamina, your physical condition. If you've got your undivided attention on your physical body, you're holding yourself back from the new and improved one that's in your vortex of creation. Can you hear this? What's in this vortex is more, and the reality that you're living is less. And if we can just convince you to look just for a little while forward, you're going to get a breath of fresh air. You're going to feel a newness about life that is going to be so intoxicating. You're going to get so addicted to the vortex. You're going to get so hooked on the vortex that if people say how many children you'll have, you'll say, it doesn't matter. What do you mean it doesn't matter? It doesn't matter. Do you get along well with your children? It doesn't matter. What's in the vortex is what matters. How much money do you have? It doesn't matter. In other words, we know we're really asking you to take a departure from reality. But friends, you said it. You work someplace where 6:30 a.m., 98.5 FM. In other words, the frequencies have to match up. And the frequency of your manifested reality is not the same frequency of what's in your vortex. And we're just asking you to choose just for a little while. We're asking you to choose the imaginary world. We're asking you to choose the dream world. We're asking you to focus upon that instead of that and just feel it for yourself just for a little while. Lie in bed and think about a relationship with anyone. You could pick anyone. Esther will pick her grandchildren. So her grandchildren, especially when they were really little, were really, really easy to just focus on and go right into the vortex. The older they get, the harder that is to do. They don't want to color anymore. Their interests are changing. In other words, they are finding their own way. They are sifting through their own contrast. And so Esther can lay in bed at night and think about her grandchildren, but when she thinks about the reality of them, she knows Kate misses her. And she knows Kate would eye-chat 24 hours of every day if Esther would allow it. And so that's an out-of-the-vortex feeling when Esther thinks about that. So when Esther faces the reality that Kate would like Esther to be in San Antonio where she could play with Kate all day, every day, that thought, there's no way that Esther can find any reconciliation in that thought. So when Esther thinks about Kate in her moment of missing her in the reality, Esther gets out of the vortex. So now is the subject of Kate off limits to Esther? Does that mean Esther cannot think about Kate? Well, Esther could poke around in reality and she could find other things that are easier to feel good about, but there's this vortex of creation over here. Esther and Kate have created this magnificent relationship. Esther has a relationship with Kate when Kate right now is 7. Esther has a vortex relationship with her when she's 9 and 10, when she's a teenager, when she's a young woman. Esther has a vortex relationship with her when she gets married, when she has children. Esther has a vortex relationship with Kate that she can focus upon, which will bring Esther bliss in any moment that Esther uses her ability to focus on what's in the vortex. That's what we're saying to you. And if you understand that it's this, the whole message that we're offering here, and the reason that we've spent so much time on it, and the reason that it's so important that we explain it in a way that we leave it in the aligned place, not in the misaligned place, is because you just can't get around something that most humans don't understand at all, and that is you are more non-physical vibration than you are physical. And the thing that is the most difficult thing to explain to you all as you are rooted here in your reality, as you look at the bigness of all the stuff around you, you think that's the main event, and it isn't. The main event is over here in the vortex. And because you think that the physical stuff is the main event, you think that this reality that's manifested is the main event, you give it an inordinate amount of your attention, and you spend too much time trying to fix it when you could just leave it. You don't have to fix it. You've already fixed it. So petting the cat is better than kicking the cat, and petting the cat is better than worrying about work, and petting the cat is better than being mad at your lover. Petting the cat is a bridge, but we're wanting to take you all into a much bigger bridge. We're wanting you to feel the power of who you are. In other words, you could pet the cat in your reality. You can heal the cat in your vortex. In other words, you can appreciate the cat in your physical reality. You can create cats in your vibrational reality. In other words, the hugeness. So we're going to take a segment of lunch, but before we do, let us just ask you some questions. So do you feel that you've come further than you've been before in your acceptance that you are vibration mostly? Do you feel that you've come further in understanding that you are source energy in these physical bodies, and that most humans use their physicalness to pinch off the source energiness, and that's what we're attempting to help you overcome here. We just want to, you've been so fixated on the physicalness, that we are just really wanting to orient you to the non-physicalness of your being. And we want you to fixate on the feeling of being in love as the way to do it. We want you to be in love with your lover. We want you to be in love with life. We want you to be in love with your body. We want you to feel vitality. We want you to feel the energy of this non-physical creator that is really who you are. And we want you all to at least decide that you want to let that part of you dominate from now on. You ought to be this source energy that creates worlds, walking around in a physical body, doing it, you see. That and we can feel that you've come with us, and it's not an easy thing to do. It's not an easy thing to let go of the infatuation of all of this tangible physical stuff. But the feeling of love is so much bigger than that car. The feeling of love, the feeling of confidence is so much more than moving furniture around in a house. The knowledge of the well-being of this planet is so much more than plugging the hole that the oil's spewing out of. In other words, there's so much more for you to feel and know, that you deserve to feel and know, you see. You ought to be walking around shining so bright that people are... Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Say, I'm Source. Good time for